Hello, this is Crazy Sylvie. I'm a German knitter and I want to show you this beautiful ribbing for your sock cuffs or sleeves or whatever you need. It's a zigzaggy ribbing. You can also only knit the first part, so you see your ribbing swirling to the left, or you can also knit only the second part, so your ribbing is swirling to the right, so you can knit both in a change. Then you have the zigzaggy. You have a lot of possibilities with this pattern, and if you want to know how you knit this, then just stay tuned and I'm gonna show you. Okay, to prepare my cuff, I prepared already my cast on, and I cast on 60 stitches for my cuff, so that's my regular sock size. And I have my flexi flips here already in my working position, and it's the way that the working yarn comes from the back, and so I only need to fold both needles together to start my ribbing. So I'm working with a continental knitting, so I have my knitting yarn on the left hand, so you can work it as you want, of course. And our ribbing starts with 3 knit stitches and 2 purl stitches, so it's knit 1, knit the second, knit the third, and then purl 1 and purl the second. And then we go on with 1, 2, 3 knit stitches, and then 1, 2 purl stitches. And this is what we do all the way around. So, and we go on for this till the end of the round, and then we knit another 2 rounds with the same pattern. So it's 3 rounds of knit 3, purl 2. And if you finish the 3 rounds with knit 3 and purl 2, then we meet here together again. Okay, I finished my 3 rounds of knit 3, purl 2, and this is what it looks like now. And now we are changing the pattern a little bit. So I want to put my ribbing 1 stitch to the left. That means I start with a purl stitch. So I don't start with 3 knit stitches, I start with 1 purl. So I have 1 purl, and now I can go on in my usual pattern, means knit 3, 1, 2, 3, and purl 2. And this means that the ribbing goes to the left side now. So then we can go on with knit 3, purl 2, knit 3, and purl 2. So of course, because we started with a purl stitch, we will end with 1 purl stitch. So this is what we do. See, you have knit 3 and purl 1 in the end. So we are doing this in the round, of course, and then we knit another 2 rounds in the same pattern. So starting with a purl stitch and then knit 3, purl 2 till the end, ending with 1 purl stitch, and then doing this for altogether 3 rounds. And if you finish this, we will meet here again. So I did all my 3 rows, and you see that it's already moving slightly to the left. Okay, and now we are going to move our pattern again 1 stitch to the left. That means we started before with 1 purl stitch, so we now start with 2 purls. So the pattern for our next 3 rounds will be purl 2, knit 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2 purl, knit 1, knit 2, knit 3. And as you can see here, our knit stitches are again moving 1 stitch to the left. So, and of course we are doing this for the next altogether 3 rounds, so we do all our stitches and all our pattern rounds always for 3 rounds. And if you finished these 3 rounds, we have a date here again, and of course I show you how we will go on. So this is how it looks like now, and you can see that our ribbing is moving to the left side. And now we again do the same, so moving 1 stitch to the left, because we have 2 purl stitches here already and we want to move them to the left. We have to start with 1 knit stitch, 1 knit stitch, and then we have the 2 purl stitches, 1, 2, and we go on with knit 3, 1, 2, 3, and then purl 2, knit 3, 1, 2, 3, and purl 2. And of course you are doing this again till the end of the round and for another 2 rounds. So we do our patterns, as I told you already, for altogether 3 rounds. So this is the repeat for this time, and because we started with 1 knit stitch, we end up with 2 knit stitches, because we always have 3 knit stitches and 2 purl stitches, and then another 2 rounds. And the next rounds of the repeat I won't show you, because I'm sure you will do this on your own. We now knit for 3 rounds, starting with 1 knit, then 2 purl, and then knit 3, purl 2 till the end of the round, ending with knit 2. And the next repeat is knit 2, starting with knit 2, because we want to move 1 stitch to the left again. So this is then knit 2, purl 2, knit 3, purl 2, knit 3, purl 2. So you start with 2 knit stitches for another 3 rounds, and after that you are in our first repeat, which is knit 3, purl 2. And when you have done the 3 rounds with knit 3, purl 2, so you make 2 more repeats, 1 repeat with starting with 1 knit stitch, next repeat starting with 2 next knit stitches, and the next one with again knit 3, purl 2. And when you finish this, we have date here again, because then I'm gonna show you how we move to the right side and how we do our zigzaggy. So this is how our ribbing looks now. So you see it's moving to the left side and it's swirling to the left. And of course, what's swirling to the left can also swirl to the right one. So you have several possibilities now. You can take it like this and let this be your ribbing of your cuff, or you can go on switching 1 stitch to the left, and then your ribbing will swirl further to the left, and then you can knit your whole cuff like this. Let your ribbing swirl to the left, or you make the zigzaggy, what I show you now, and let it swirl to the right now. You can also, if you take this as sock ribbing, make the next sock like the right swirl, and then you have two socks that are swirling against each other or away from each other. So I'm gonna show you how we move it to the right side. So we started with knit 3, purl 2. This is what we did in the beginning. And now to move it to the right, we just now knit 2, purl 2, and then we are in our repeat again, which is knit 3, 1, 2, 3, purl 2, knit 3, 2, 3, and purl 2. And as you can see here, before our right stitch was always moving one stitch to the left, and now our right stitch is moving one stitch to the right side. So that's pretty easy to move it this way. You just have to look where your last purl stitch is, and then you make a knit stitch over your last purl stitch. And when we started with 2 knit stitches, of course the third knit stitch is missed, and you find this knit stitch in the end of the needle and also in the end of the row. So we finished the round, knit another 2 rounds in this repeat I showed you here, and then when you finish that, we have a date here again, and I show you how you move it further to the right side and how you can swirl all together to the right side. Okay, I finished my 3 rounds, starting with 2 knit stitches, then 2 purls, and then having my knit 3 and purl 2 ribbing. And now we move again 1 stitch to the right side. That means I'm starting with 1 knit stitch and purl 2, and now I go again with knit 3, purl 2. So as you can see, your first purl stitch is always above your last knit stitch, and your first knit stitch is always, I don't know what is the right one, above or over the last purl stitch. So we go on now with our repeat, what is knit 3 and purl 2. And of course, when we come to the end of the row and come to the end of the needle, then you will see that because we started with 1 knit stitch, we have, of course, 2 knit stitches left, and we're ending up with 2 knit stitches. And this is what we do now here, and this is what we repeat till the end of the round, and of course for further 2 rounds. And then we move our ribbing again 1 stitch to the right, and we have here now 1 knit stitch and then 2 purls. The next repeat would start with 2 purls and then knit 3, purl 2, knit 3. And the next repeat is purl 1, knit 3, and then purl 2, knit 3, and so on. And after that, you are again in your beginning repeat, that is knit 3 and purl 2. So when you've finished the moving to the right side, you can start again by moving to the left and make a zigzaggy sock, or you just take it as your whole ribbing and then start your cuff in just stockinette or another pattern, or you try to go with moving right and moving left, or you just move to the right all the way as long as you want your cuff. So I hope you were enjoying my little tutorial. I hope my English was not too bad, because I'm a German knitter. And if you liked it, then give me a thumbs up, and I hope to see you again in my next tutorial.